Hello. There we go. How are we all doing? Let me get my headphones plugged in. I'm good. How are you? We all good? We did it. We got through all of The Last of Us. Now there's a bit of a breather from it as they drop each episode weekly, which is nice. I find that quite exciting that this is the first season or the first show that we would have done where I'm not playing catch up and everyone knows all this other stuff that I don't. We're going to be going through it together. Pretty cool. How are the holidays going? They're going well. When I planned a bit of a hectic week last week in my mind, I thought, oh, I've got loads of time to do this. It'll be okay. Forgetting it was the school holidays. So it was a challenge, but we got there. It's all good. I'm hoping my computer's doing a backup at the moment. I'm hoping it's not going to cause any issues. It's got 16 minutes left. But then that time keeps getting longer and longer. So I don't know how long it will actually take. You say that I'm more nervous about moving around too much because I'm using hard disk drives as opposed to SSDs for this. It's 3 terabytes worth of data. So we're going to be checking out Noxus, Bite Marks. Season 1 cinematic. I'm pleased it says Season 1. There is an implication there that there will be another season. Or maybe more than another season. Which is nice. Which is good. Right. So I don't know anything really about Noxus at all. I don't know what else to say. I'm going into this pretty blind. The only reference to Noxus that I know anything about is from Arcane. I don't know anything about League of Legends. So that is my entire frame of reference is Arcane. So this should be interesting. So yeah, Ambassador and Mel is all I know, and Zangief. But I'm guessing this comes after Arcane, so Zangief is no longer with us. His spinning pile driver days are over. So this isn't an indication that there's going to be more than one season then, because I know someone sent me a message or something about this a while ago, and said that Netcrit had done a video and has said that it looked like there was going to be multiple seasons. So I take it his information is not correct in this instance, which is unfortunate. It would have been nice to have more than one season, I guess. I wonder how many episodes they'll do, if it even if it's even an actual series that's coming. Then I'm not sure anymore. Oh, okay, it's not a show. So we'll get other cinematics then, okay, from other seasons, I'm guessing. Yeah, I'm not on mute. Otherwise, if I was, these people responding to me in the comments are very good at lip reading. Right. How long's left of my backup? Is it getting any longer? 16 minutes. We've got 19 people here. It's 12 minutes past. We're going to make a start in a minute. Some amount of intel for the new show. What new show? Now I'm getting really confused. What's the new show? While I'm waiting, let me just check that this is going to work. Where are we? Video share. There we go. That works okay. If it's only speculation, we're probably, what, years out at least? All right, let me check my audio is going to work before I switch the scene over. It looks like it. Looks like it will. So I think you're going to be too quiet. There's always this weird balance between starting it, making sure the audio levels are okay whilst watching it, whilst looking at the comments. So this is 5 minutes long. I'm probably going to have to pause it about... I'll try to find something about halfway, somewhere between 2 and 4 minutes. Just because if it was a pre-recorded reaction, it wouldn't be an issue. But because it's live streaming, they're obviously a lot tighter with the copyright. Should I just play like 10 seconds and make sure the audio is okay? And then we'll restart it. I don't want to be messing about looking at that.
Noxus is where the strong gather.
How's that audio? It's not loud. Oh, it's going to get louder, is it? Oh, I'll just keep an eye on it then. Use subtitles. I think they're on. Well, it's a bit low because everyone's saying it starts really low.
Noxus is where the strong gather. It seeks the fearless and defiant, calling them here to answer one simple question. Are you strong enough?
Oh, is that a wolf?
You're not afraid to die.
You have to turn it down, I think. It's probably easier to turn it down than turn it up. Right, let me start this again because I'm too busy looking at the chat than looking at this video.
Noxus is where the strong gather. It seeks the fearless and defiant, calling them here to answer one simple
Calling them here,
question.
calling them to Noxus.
Are you strong enough?
With a wolf.
You're not afraid to die. But take off the armor on your chest.
This scenery looks amazing. Is he an ogre or a troll? Something like that. Okay, it's a human. A Noxian. Is he a Noxian? Right. So that was was that a Noxian soldier and a troll? Not an ogre. Okay. Troll versus Noxian. Like it. Darius. Darius the Noxian, I'm guessing. I'm guessing Darius isn't a troll name. Well, it could be, I guess. A younger Noxian future general. Darius. Okay. Well, does the troll have a name? Trundle. Okay, the troll's name is called Trundle. Trundle troll. Trundle the troll. That should be easy to remember.
I like it when the bite marks cut through the skin.
I like it when the bite marks cut through the skin. Nice. Oh, let's have that line again. Ooh. Oh, is she like an assassin? Oh, that's creepy. Whoa. Oh, Darius is all iced up. He's going hand to hand with the troll. He's strong. Oh, listen to how the music stops as well. That's so raw. Uppercut. Oh shit, he's gonna rip his head off. He's gonna rip his head off. Boom. Knockout. Let's have a breather. So Darius started getting a bit of a beating, I think, there. Although he's holding his own against a troll that looks remarkably stronger. I don't know how strong Darius is. Looked like he was going to get his head ripped off. And then picked up the, I don't know, ice axe or whatever it is. Knockout. Oh boy, if you don't like spiders, you're in for a treat here. Oh look, his arms all iced up. That from carrying that axe. Oh yeah, it was all a vision, wasn't it? It started with the eye at the beginning. Okay.
Every new path seems to lead us closer to chaos. Perhaps we should focus on the opportunity that's washed up on our shores.
Unforeseen turns are simply part of any path.
Yes, but that darling, is a step too far. Even for us.
Piltover was a lesson, Vladimir. Calamity is always approaching. In some moments, its arrival is more imminent than others. Our next move must be bolder, not safer.
Wow, that is pretty cool. I want that to be a program. I want that to be a show. Why isn't it a show? Someone who knows Christian. Get Christian on the phone. Tell him we want a show. Let's get loads of people to join my Patreon. We'll fund it. We'll fund it with Christian. Yeah, it will be a show, we hope. We hope it will be a show. So I need to know who some of these people are. Right, let's go back into this. I like this shot. I like these ships. We see these ships in her paintings, don't we? When she's painting about Noxus. It's pretty cool. So is this is the person going into the... Why doesn't that line up with... Right, let's start with Darius then. Darius, tell me about Darius. He's a Noxian, right? Definition of badass Noxian. If I look up Darius on the League of Legends wiki, I'm not going to spoil anything for myself, am I? Because there's nothing to watch. There's nothing to spoil. Let me find my browser. My browser scene. I need to cut it out. I need to crop the screen. Yeah, okay. Who was singing that anyway? Was it someone? Did it say like Taya or something? Yeah, Taya. Is that the person who sings? She's got a bit of a B. Miller vibe to her, I think. Transition. It's the search. There it is. Here he is. Darius, the Hand of Noxus. The Juggernaut. So let me get this right. This is a cinematic for Season 1 of the League of Legends game. But I take it Season 1 of League of Legends game isn't a new thing. It's been out for a while because it's Season 1 and League of Legends has been out for a while. Is that right? You can tell I know nothing about this. Okay. So why are they just putting a cinematic... Season 1 of 2025? So are there different seasons of the game every year? Okay. And do they all have different storyline and emphasis? I don't want to go up against any enemy that has an ability called Hemorrhage. So if I started playing League of Legends now, I could play this. Is that right? Hemorrhage. When Darius kills a champion with the Noxian guillotine. Ooh. Where's his backstory? I don't really care about this bit. Oh, is this it down here? I want to know his backstory, not his. What was that? Did anyone else just hear some kind of doorbell noise? Or was that just me? What did that come from? Yeah. If it's not a doorbell, it's on my computer somewhere. Hold on, let me just. I've got Discord open, so it might be. Oh yeah, someone liked something. Yeah, I think it was that. That's hilarious. Right, there we go. It's my my video editor. Yeah, where's the try the official? I thought this was the official league page. Or is this? Is there like a fandom page instead? I don't know. That's the League of Legends wiki. Oh, there's a League of Legends fandom. Should I have gone to that one? Should I have gone to this one? I just like reading people's backstories. Well, let's have a click on this. The same page. It's the same page, but on a different website. It's just loaded that page up. Champion skin. All the lore is on the official wiki where you are, as well as the official universe site. However, the wiki has tabs at the top. There's a green universe tab. So do I need to go back into the wiki then? Oh man, why is this so... Oh, here's a universe tab. So what do I want? Runeterra characters? And then try and find Darius. Why can't I just search for this? Darius. It's the same page. Oh, no, it's not. Right, we got it. Go to that thing. Childhood. This is the wrong page, is it? This is Darius background. All right, let me pick up this DM. Hold on. Right, so the link takes me to this. Where do I need to go from here then? Go to champions. Okay. Oh, there's someone called Bard. Is he like a singer? Oh, he doesn't look like much like a singer. Is that his face? That can't be his face. Darius. Oh, here he is, isn't it? Is that... Oh, the big axe. Okay, so I'm in this. Now where do I go? That's the whole... That's my page at the moment. Well, I can see he becomes Lord Darius at some point. Where do I go from here? Skins. What? Available skins. I can't click this and do anything. This is this. There's nothing here. There is no bio. I think what I had before, where it was it this one, where it gives us his childhood, is probably more relevant. I mean, if I can click on these are just pictures. Click the other. I think we'll just come to this and look at this. Trying to make it a bit bigger. The way the page is designed, it doesn't let you. Oh, Darius was an orphan alongside his younger brother. He does have a brother, Draven. Struggled hard to provide for both himself and his brother and protected the latter from anyone who tried to harm him. Nice. He spent the majority of his childhood fighting for survival with constant fights, leaving permanent scars on himself. He and Draven were friends with a girl named Quilletta. That's a nice name, isn't it? Quilletta. I don't see many Quillettas around. Whom saved him from falling off a cliff. Oh, Darius had a relationship with Quilletta, having ambitions to conquer the world alongside her. It's a small ambition, isn't it? To conquer the entire world. It sounds very Noxian. You were paying more attention than I was, Sarah, I think, there. Oh, it was the wrong site. Oh, well, it's like the third site we've looked at. This is a nightmare, this thing. Have you just messaged me something else? I can hear my emails pinging away on my laptop. If you search League Universe in Google, that's what I did, yeah. That's what I did to get the previous site to this one. The wiki came up. But it doesn't matter. This is giving us the information. When a Noxian army led by their captain Cyrus invaded, the three children hid atop. When a Noxian army? Is he not Noxian then? He must be, right? Was he in Basilich at the time? Quilletta was reluctant towards the harsh choice between joining Noxus or being killed. Is that a harsh choice? Where was Quilletta from then? But Darius contemplated paying the consequences since he didn't want to leave Draven behind. To his horror, Draven attempted to throw a knife to fight them, but ended up hitting Cyrus's flag. Oh, I bet they don't like that. Leading to the three to get apprehended by the soldiers. After hearing Draven's boast, Cyrus invited the kids to ally with Noxus. In Noxus. How much have we got? Not much. Growing to adult in Noxus, Darius married Quilletta and became a father to two, Decius and Investia. He and Draven served as a soldier under Cyrus' war host, engaging in many war campaigns and stopping rebellions against Boram's Darwill's throne. Darius quickly rose through the ranks, embodying the values of Noxus through his aggression, bravery, and patriotism. They're strong values, aren't they? In one battle, after a general ordered a retreat, Darius saw him as a coward and beheaded him out of defiance, rallying the fearful troops and securing a victory. I like that. Oi, General, you're a bit of a coward. Off with your head. He was rewarded by being promoted to senior commander, which attracted many Noxians to join his army, but he only accepted those with the greatest strength and discipline. Feared to the point where cities surrendered at the sight of Darius' banners, his victory against the Varju got him promoted to the Hand of Noxus by Darkwill himself. As the new hand of Noxus, Darius and his army were sent to the Freljord to conquer it, enduring countless assassination attempts and a capture from the Winter's Claw before ending in a stalemate after a long, grueling conflict. A stalemate? You won't have liked that. He headed back to Noxus to request a reconsolidation of the military, but found that Darkwill had been assassinated and usurped by Jericho Swain. See, now I want to know who Darkwill is. And with a name like Darkwill, I'm surprised he got usurped by someone called Jericho Swain as part of his coup, which even Draven had backed. His brother. So Darius began to respect Swain's accomplishments, and he was prepared to serve him. But it's a ruthless place, this, isn't it? But he gave Darius a place in the Trifarian Legion, representing the Noxian principle of might, alongside Swain as Vision and the Faceless as Guile. I remember Bessa mentioning Guile because I did a little Street Fighter joke. Sonic Boom. However, Quilletta was starting to become disillusioned towards Noxus after witnessing the horrific aftermath of Singe's chemical bomb in Ionia, which caused her arm to be amputated as a result of the poison, and their son Decius dying in the campaign. Quilletta expressed her worries to Darius, but he dismissed her, saying that Noxus required mercilessness and sacrifice because the Empire had to conquer, and losing one city would be severely detrimental. Too right. Finally, having enough, Quilletta snapped from her grief towards Decius's death, only to be killed by Invesha, believing her to be weak. Oh. Horrified, Darius asked Invesha about her merciless act, and she cited the Noxian philosophy and how she learned it from him. Surprised Darius was horrified. I'm surprised Darius wasn't like, good going. So Vesha's Darius's kid, yeah? Yeah. And Game of Thrones on acid. Yeah, I reckon I read it. I'm actually on the final book I'm reading of a 15-book series. So I'm gonna have some space for a new book soon. Appearance, Darius is a large, bulky man with a serious, intense face, middle-aged features. I can relate to one attribute there. He has fair skin and sweatback black hair with a white streak. His eye, yeah, okay, that's what he looks like. Personality. He's from Noxus. Stern and warlike, yeah. Wait, what book? We were talking about the Ambessa book, Eliana. I think it's quite new, isn't it? I think it came out like a couple of months ago. He is unwaveringly dedicated to Noxus and its ideals, apart from when his kid kills someone. He is disgusted, I think it said. He is a soldier without parallel, balancing ruthless metal with sound strategy. I mean, this is the kind of guy you want leading the army, isn't it? Despite his intimidating demeanor, however, he's also deeply committed to fostering the strength of others wherever he can find it. Unless you're a general, then you get beheaded. Elevating those he finds deserving and crushing those, yeah, there we go, who have not earned their status. Man, ruthless. Who are these people? Go away. He's a master axeman. Extreme resilience. Charisma. I always like these people in these kind of things, that the tacticians. Oh. So he has 2 children. They're never married, given the pragmatism of Noxus and knowing the likely trajectory of their lives at war. Wow. She was murdered by their daughter. Oh. Yeah, he's not my new man crush. He's no. I want to know, where's that this little 4, where does that lead us to? Darius and Quiletta's relationship. Okay. No. Right, so we had this dude. This dude's pretty strong then. So he's, if you're gonna fight a troll, was it Trundle? Trundle the troll? This is the dude you want to send to do the job. So video. Here he is. Here's the man. The man of, oh no. I misclicked. Where were we? I moved my mouse and it hit my hard drive and it clicked the button. I'll just move this over here out of the way. So here he is. Here we are. Here's the man of the moment, Darius. He's not my new man crush. Definitely not. Get in the middle. Right. Look at all these though. Standing and watching the two fighting. So here we go. Trundle the troll. Is he their best fighter then? Is he the strongest of the trolls? The king of the trolls. Him. Oh yeah, it'll be the troll king. That's better. It's not king of the trolls, the troll king. The Street Fighter troll. Do you mean, are you, what was it, Baracus or Baraka? Bian, what was his name? Blanca, it was something like that, wasn't it? On Street Fighter. It wasn't a troll though. Blanca. Yeah, Blanca. Is he a troll? Oh, he might be a troll, actually. Oh, he's not a troll. He's a mutated human. Right, anyway, back to Trundle. So, Trundle's got an ice something. Is that an axe? Right, I don't care about this bit right now. I want to get back to Trundle. Hurry up. Right, here we go. So what is this thing? This isn't an axe, is it? It's like an ice club. We'll look at Trundle's story in a minute. He's got his axe stuck in the ice club. Oh, he has to drop it. Is that because it's just too cold? It's hurting his hand. I love the way the music stops. What does he throw then? Sorry. Was that like... Did he have a helmet on a minute ago? No, it's some kind of shoulder armor. Yeah. Look at those body shots he's just delivering to this troll. Oh, uppercut. Look at this, like, trolls are mega strong, right? Can he? This guy's got a strong, thick neck to not have his head ripped off here. Look, he's even. This guy's like, oh my gosh. About to get my head ripped off. This is so becoming the thumbnail for this video. So he picks up. So this is his axe, isn't it? Which is now frozen because it got wedged in the ice crab, right? And you can see the freeze ice going up his neck. Look at that. Just like it's a proper, like, it's not a backhand, but oof, the hips in there. That's like a full body swing into that. And now Trundle's out. He's down for the count. Look at him fall. Oh, look at all his troll friends in the background all watching. I wonder what they're thinking. Then what happens? Darius having a bit of a rest. Was that it? I think there was another little scene, wasn't there? Yeah. Like, he's looking at his hand. He's like, my hand's all frozen, man. Must be careful with that. It might shatter. What happens here? Does that just hit? Is he missing it? No, has he got all his fingers? Is that cut off at the knuckle there? Or has he got like a little short stubby finger? Oh man, that must have been so painful. Did the other trolls just leave, did they? Were those ones? Are they carrying him there? Is he in the middle of those two? Are they carrying him away?
Sorry, Stuart. I couldn't find that in your home.
Oh, can you hear my HomePod talking to me? Siri says he can't find that. No, they're carrying him away. They just leave him. They don't even...
Sorry, there is nothing to repeat.
They don't even go and squish him. They just respect the fact that he won. Fair and square. I mean, fair one. I want to find Trundle. Wait, is that Chris Pratt? No, that's Chris. Oh, it's Chris Pratt. Oh, Millie Bobby Brown. Go away. Why are you even... Can I not close you? No. What are you even advertising? The Electric State. Trundle is a hulking and devious troll. Go away. With a particularly vicious streak, and there is nothing he cannot bludgeon into submission. Ha! Fiercely territorial, he chases down anyone foolish enough to enter his domain. Then his massive club of true ice at the ready. He chills his enemies to the bone and impales them with jagged frozen pillars, laughing as they bleed out onto the tundra. That's a good match for Darius. Those ads on the mate. Well, I can go back to the wiki. That's all right. I can find the wiki quite easier. Because I had it earlier. Here's the wiki. And then there was, did you say there was a tab at the top? Which will give us his backstory. Or can I find it here under champions there, do you think? Oh, this is what we had before, wasn't it? Doesn't tell it. You know what? This, like, yeah. People didn't like the other site. The small green icon just above the title. This one here, view the universe page. Oh, there we go. How are you supposed to know to use that? I wonder how many people just get so pissed off with this website that they just give up. I would have given up on this ages ago and thought, I can't deal with this. Here we go. I mean, this is just the other site just had this embedded into another window, didn't it? But we get some information here about his early life. Oh no, actually it's completely different wording, isn't it? Okay, fine. He was born in a cave with 15 brothers and sisters, most of whom died due to the harsh climate and scarce resources in their home. He grew strong enough he joined his chieftain's warband for his very first winter of raiding. After numerous victories, the tribe feasted on the spoils, and the old chieftain declared they should circle back and raid the same lands again, as it would be easier the second time. Trundle, however, believed this was a bad idea, as these lands had nothing left for them to pillage. That's what I was thinking. If you've pillaged good and well the first time round, there won't be much to pillage a second time round. Yeah, although what we were just reading obviously had different words to this, didn't it? Because it was saying how he liked to bludgeon whoever to death. Unless that's under a different thing up here. Who knows? The other trolls did not understand Trundle's reasoning. We've pillaged there. There won't be anything left to pillage. And the chieftain beat and exiled Trundle from their warband for being a coward and a fool. Having been cast out of his own tribe. I don't know which one the official one is, Carol. Is it not this one? I don't know. This is the wiki. The other one's the fandom that just seems to load the wiki. Trundle travelled far from his home, avoiding other troll tribes and feral yetis as he survived the harsh conditions. Let's have a look at recent history. United the trolls. He declared, sometime after Trundle declared himself king of all trolls. Does that work? Can I just declare myself as king of all humans? Oh, another troll, Yetu, decided he also wanted to be king as well. Few began to oppose Yeti's rule after he killed the northern chieftains, and Trundle, angered that another troll was copying him, went to go speak with Yetu in his cave. To decide who would be the one true king, Trundle challenged Yetu to a battle of wits, where they would both eat copious amounts of food until the other one dropped dead. So I need to eat more food than King Charles. Is that what we're saying? If I want to be king. During their feast, Trundle obviously he's stitched them up somehow, isn't he? Trundle secretly stuffed some of his uneaten food in a leather sack beneath his cloak. When they were both feeling full, Trundle pretended to make room in his stomach by cutting his cloak and letting the meat fall onto the floor. Yetu copied Trundle's trick and used the knife to cut open his own stomach, killing himself. Having bested his rival, Trundle was recognized as the true king of trolls. That story's hilarious. It's a bit like when my daughters were really young and they give me pretend plastic food and you'd kind of be like, and you pretend to eat it and then you'd hide it behind your back and they'd be like, oh my gosh, you've really eaten that. Oh, encounter with Darius. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. During one of the Noxian campaigns is this called a Freddy Yord? Is that how you pronounce this? Oh, you can't tell me how to pronounce it by text anyway. Darius and his soldiers attempted to pass through lands. So this is what we've just seen, is it? Through lands that were guarded by Trundle and his trolls. Yeah, the trolls were trolling. The two leaders fought, and although Trundle physically overpowered Darius and stripped off most of his armor, we've just seen that. Cool. Darius managed to knock him unconscious using his battle axe, which had been frozen by bone shiver. Trundle was carried away by his warriors, and Darius survived after suffering freezing damage to his arm. There we go. Appearance. Oh, this is what I just... No, I haven't just read that. It's a slightly different appearance. Trundle is a hulking behemoth of a troll, appearing to humans as a giant. Yeah. I don't really care too much about what he wears. What's his personality? He's a straightforwardly aggressive... straightforwardly aggressive, antagonistic and territorial. Ambitious and power-hungry, he is the self-proclaimed king of all frost trolls. While he may seem brutish to humans, he is quite clever by troll standards. Abilities: thick hide. Adult trolls have exceptionally thick skin, which helps them to survive in harsh climates, withstand injuries. Iceborne: he possesses a rare magical alteration that makes him more resistant to the cold than an average troll. As a result of this, he is able to wield weapons of true ice. So what's his fate after being beaten by Darius? Do the other trolls have an issue with this? That you lost to a human? Yeah, that's what I just read. Okay, cool. All right, I like those two. Watch your ears. Right, who's this? This is the assassin lady, isn't it? Oh, go away. Look, we've had you. This person, this is the assassin lady, Katarina. So Katarina joins in with the dance, going after the guy. Oh, that's good timing. This guy here, I think. Is that right? And this guy, who's still just chilling, look, despite how close she got to killing him, just chilling with his drink, has been defended by Spider Lady. Oh, it's a Black Rose recruitment party. Okay. So who's this? Who was she trying to get to? Let me turn this down a bit so I save your ears every time I keep pausing it and unpausing it. Oh, someone's saying Elise is the Spider Lady. I thought they were trying to get to... I thought she was trying to get to this person. And Spider Lady is protecting him. Is that not right? Look, she's trying to get him, isn't she? Isn't she going for his neck? Yeah, so who's this guy? That's not Elise. I thought Elise was the Spider Lady. The king. Yeah, but Spider... Yeah, I know the Spider Lady's there to protect the king. Yeah, I didn't realise he was the king. Is that who he is? Yeah, I get that, Matt. Yeah, 100% get that. My question was, who is this guy? And of people saying Elise. but it's not. Obviously, Elise is protecting this guy, hence spider leg comes down and gets in the way of the blade. Oh, that's an eerie shot. That guy is unknown. Okay, so it's not the king. And her mask comes off there, doesn't it? Does it get knocked off by Spidey leg? Yeah, look, just there, look. Oh, right in the face. Got some sharp legs. Whoa. What is that? What is that like spider? Is that like venom coming out of? It's coming out of her like glands. Is that the right? Oh, look at that in the. Oh, I want to be on the receiving end of that. So we had Elise. Elise the Spider Queen. Ah, no header. What do these other ones do up here then? Team Light. View the Legends of Runeterra page. Development page. Trivia page. Oh, Universe page. League of Legends page. Okay. That makes more sense. Right. Centuries before the present day. God, she's old, isn't she? Elise was born to House Kythera, which was one of the oldest bloodlines in Noxus. Right, let's not read all of this. Elise's influence continued to grow with time, and it did not go unnoticed by the shadowy forces secretly controlling the Empire, I'm guessing that's the Black Rose, nor by her ever more resentful husband, Berholt. Jealous of his wife's influence, Berholt poisoned Elise's wine at the dinner table before demanding she withdraw from society and relinquish her power back to him, the head of their house. Not going to like that. Since Berholt had the poison's antidote, Elise made a show of remorse and begged for his forgiveness, and when he let his guard down, she took a knife from the table and stabbed him through the heart. Elise took the antidote, but the poison's effect was potent, leaving her bedridden and near death for weeks. Oh, man. During this time, the mysterious pale woman Leblanc approached Elise, revealing the truth about the power behind the Noxian houses and how they were controlled by a secret society called the Black Rose. Yep. Berholt, who had been a pawn in their ranks, was now dead, and since Elise was now leader of houses Kythera and Zarvan, she would have to take his place as a member of the Cabal or risk being removed. Elise saw the Pale Woman's offer as an opportunity to acquire even more power, and over time she rose through their ranks. Yep. Makes sense? Transformation. This is what I'm interested in. After some time serving as a member of the Black Rose, Elise had rumours that the skull of an ancient warlord named San Uzul had been hidden long ago on the Shadow Isles. To gain the matron's favour, Elise took a ship with several acolytes to the cursed city of Helia, venturing deep through the black mist in search of the artifact. So, ambushed by an enormous creature called the Vilemore, the spider god. Vilemore devoured Elise's crew and sank his fangs into Elise's shoulder, using his venom to enact a violent transformation through her body. Several arachnoid legs ripped out from her spine, and when the pain of her transformation subsided, she saw her new master looming above her, and without a word, she understood what he wished from her. She left the twisted tree line and sailed back to Noxus alone, returning to her human shape. Sweet. Although Elise hadn't found what she was looking for, the pale woman saw an opportunity in her new abilities, which had given the Black Rose a means to travel freely between Noxus and the Shadow Isles. They struck an accord so that Elise would bring as many unwitting sacrifices, as Valmore desired, and in return Elise would be free to recover any ancient artifacts in the ruins of Helia. Fine. Is there anything here about what we've just watched? I don't need to read all of this, I don't think. She's described as a woman of striking beauty. Her human appearance is charming and seductive. In her spider form, Elise turns to crawl and develops multiple limbs that emerge from her back. Kind of puts me off a bit. Maintaining her size, but discarding all human proportions, her skin transforms into a dark, furry, bloated mass with vivid patterns as predator coloration. Although she can fully transform into a spider, she also has an intermediate state in which she maintains a human face, torso, and posture, but she assumes quasi-arachnoid characteristics, such as her extremities terminating in pointed edges and additional segmented limbs. She's pretty cool, isn't she? Relations. Does it say who she's protecting there? She even, I take it she's protecting that guy. She's just not up for a fight. I like her. So we got Spider Queen. The Spider Queen. Of course, she's got weapons of neurotoxin, cocoon, and spider form. Yeah, standard. What was the other person called? Was it Katarina or something? Was it with a C or a K? A K. Something in my eye. Ugh. Katarina, the Sinister Blade. Cool name. I don't know if I can zoom in on this anymore. When I zoom in, it looks like actually kind of... There we go. It gets narrower but bigger. Oh god, I'm not even going to try to attempt to say this. Katarina Ducotu. Katarina Ducotu was born to be one of the most respected families in Noxus, while her younger sister, Cassiopeia, took after their politically brilliant mother. Katarina studied the way of the blade. I'd rather be Katarina than Elise, I think. Quite like the idea of being an assassin, more so than a spider. But the wily General Marcus was a harsh teacher with many pupils, and kinship held no bearing on his high expectations. She spent her childhood in intense training, climbing the tallest towers after dark, handling dual blades with equal precision, and even building tolerance against various poisons used by assassins. She sounds cool. One day in the Western Front, Katarina was tasked to assassinate an enemy line officer known as Demetrius. My physio is called Demetrius. I might have to tell him about this, see what he thinks about it. Seeing the mark as a waste of her talents, Katarina would instead ensure a swift victory by eliminating the enemy commander. Fair enough? Not fair enough. This proved to be a terrible judgment as Demetrius took charge of the enemy forces. Oh, did you not take out Demetrius as well? And killed dozens of Noxian soldiers, nearly costing the general his life. Furious with his daughter's disobedience, Marcus sent out his adoptive son and protege, another assassin known as Talon. Their battle was brief, but left in a draw with a scar over her left eye that would forever remind them both of failure. 6 hours later, Katarina presented Demetrius' severed head as recognition of her failure. Humbled by the consequences, Katarina knew she had lost her father's favour, but hoped someday to redeem herself. Yeah. I don't mind that. Confronting family, working for Swain, infiltrating the silken dance. Appearance. Katarina is portrayed as a slender woman with peach skin and an athletic feminine physique. Her most prominent features include her long bright red hair and a scar on her left eye. She usually wears a revealing assassin uniform made of black and grey leather and latex, which reveals her abdomen and several dark blue tattoos. Right. What's her personality? An heir to the House of Assassins. That's a cool house name, isn't it? What's the is it the League of Assassins in the Arrow universe? Katarina had pursued her father's approval for many years, but always remained short of his standards. Having lost the respect of her parents, she developed her own ideas as a Noxian. Rather than chase legacy, she would use her skills to make a Noxus that she believes in. Fair enough. She is a firm believer in individual merit and recognizes the benefit of having allies, especially those of different skill sets. Therefore, she finds mutual appreciation under the Trifarics. As an assassin, Katarina is an agile fighter, quickly plans strategies, keen eye for the subtlest of clues. Behind these instincts, her personal code of conduct dictates how she would kill targets based on how honourable she regards them. Also shows a somewhat flirtatious personality with Garin. So obviously abilities are combat mastery, stealth mastery, knife mastery. Yeah. I'd like to play. I'd play as her in the game, I think. But what is she? Has she got range? I'm guessing she hasn't got much range. What are these? Are these from like a comic book? Is there a League of Legends comic? Oh, people are talking about comics here. Her lore is gigantic because of the comic books. She's complicated a little bit. Yeah. So she's fighting. So if we go back to, they're having their fight, aren't they? Not these two. We've done you two. Mel's doing her business. Oh, she has like little baby spiders. Where do they come from? Are they just like there all the time, or do they come out with her? Ugh. It's like in some computer games where you're trying to fight the big boss and they've got loads of little baddies that keep appearing and you need to beat them first before you can get to the boss. It's so annoying. She creates and summons them. No, I don't like that. I mean, look at old Katarina there. Look, she has to just look at her just spinning around trying to get these bugs off her. Oh, it's horrendous. Look, oh, they're all over her. Get it off. Get it off. Get it off. Spin. Get it off. Oh, yeah. Cut it in half. Yeah. Oh, what does she lob? Oh, no, look. I'm confused what direction I'm going in. Back. Look, it's flying towards her. Oh. I want to see this. What's she catching here? It's like a big head. Oh, Mel's so cool. Look at her. I just look at the way Elise can crawl up the wall whilst facing you. It's just something really eerie about it. Oh, she's killed that guy. Look, when did I miss that? There's the guy she came to kill. He's got like some tattoo on his chest. Does that give us a clue of who he is? But she's taken him out. She's got her mark. When did she do that? So I need to go back and have a look because I just like things like this. So it's not there. It must be just before then. Yeah, it must be here. Oh, that's close. Look at that. Oh. She already killed him at this point. Look, oh, look at this. He's got like an arm bar, whatever it's called. This animation's awesome. Like these fight scenes, it's like, hello, he's still alive, look. He's just standing there watching. He's got full confidence in Elise. Look at that for a jump. Hey. Oh, look, she's in like a handstand on her blade. A little twist. The cocoon stuff starts coming out. The spider web. I hope you guys don't mind me doing this, by the way, but I genuinely really enjoy this. I'm just fascinated by it. Imagine trying to avoid all of this. So that must be the guy there. Is watching. Look, yeah, he's got his helmet on. So he must. Oh, we don't see. We don't see. She must just take him out in between. She sliced it, did she? Did we see it? Thank God the latency isn't that bad. I caught your comment. Is that is that suggesting the slice? And I can see the spiderweb stuff. Oh, it must be there then. That's not just her. Okay, yeah, that must be the phrase there then. Not the phrase. Phrase? Frame. The frame. Look at that. Ish. Just casually going past him, looking like she's on her way to Elise. Nick your neck. Done. Elise wasn't worth her money, was she, as a bodyguard? Look at that for like for bug eyes, spider eyes. And she's got a little smirk on her face, isn't she? She's like, yeah, got him. Got him, mate. Oh, look, she's in full spider form. Look at her. Oh. I wonder how often Mel has these visions. It just look like a nightmare. And then we got the vamps. What are the vamps' names? Who's this? Leblanc. Vladimir. What do I need to do? I've forgotten. I need to come to me. I need to go to here. I need to go to there. V. Oh, Victor. Vladimir. Oh. Vladimir. A friend of, oh, not a friend, a fiend. Let me get those two mixed up. They're the leaders of the Black Rose. Okay, that's pretty cool. A fiend with a thirst for mortal blood. Vladimir has influenced the affairs of Noxus since the Empire's earliest days, in addition to unnaturally extending his life. His mastery of Hememancy? Memancy. What does that mean? And allows him to control the minds and bodies of others as easily as his own. In the flamboyant salons. What's wrong with me today? Of the Noxian aristocracy, this has enabled him to build a fanatical cult of personality around himself. Right. Background, all the way down here. Early life. Once a prince, given away as a royal hostage to an unknown Darkin as a bargain to save the kingdom from the monster's tyranny. Okay. He was taken by Darkin. He was given permission to write and send letters back to his kingdom, but letters were all ignored. Rude. Eventually learned that his father had broke his oath within the year because his father had sons and heirs aplenty. The death of Vladimir would mean nothing to the king. Surprisingly, instead of getting killed as he expected, his Darkin master had something altogether more amusing in mind. The Darkin offered Vladimir the chance to lead his armies against his father's kingdom, an offer he gladly accepted. He destroyed his father's kingdom and he presented his father's head to his master as a way to prove his loyalty. There's lots of beheading going on, isn't there? Believing himself above other mortal vassals, his devotion earned him a place of favour in his patron's war host. And learned hememancy. Darkin's teaching the secrets of mortals was forbidden under pain of death. His master delighted in flaunting the mores of his kind. Eventually, near the end of the Great Darkin War, the enemies of the Darkins united. The Darkin master instructed Vladimir to lead his armies in his defense against his unified enemies. Unknown to all but Vladimir himself, he had already found a method to kill a god warrior. Vladimir killed him instead and absorbed his power. Right, scarred, blinded, driven mad by the radiance of a Darkin's undoing, he absorbed enough power to renew flesh that was never meant to last beyond a mortal lifespan. I don't think I need to read all of this. Recent events. Let's come up to speed. The ruling Grand General of the Empire, Borum Darkwill, was willing to pay almost any price to restore Noxus' lost glory, and made an alliance with the Black Rose. With the help from Vladimir, Leblanc spearheaded the resurrection ritual to reanimate the long-dead hero Zion and presented him to the Grand General. Zion, driven mad by unnatural bloodlust and utterly inured to pain, he hurled himself like a living battering ram against allies and foes alike, destroying all he faced. The victories Zion brought were costly. After several battles, Zion's bloodlust was deemed uncontrollable and Darkwill ordered for his imprisonment. Man, Zion sounds like a cool character. Did it have attributes here? It says when he was born. Approximately 1,548 to 2,998 years old. Yeah, read this before. Darkwill's death, the rise of Swain. Wearing the guise of a benevolent socialite, he's returned to the public eye as a vocal appointment to the ruling council, much to the concern of more cautious members of the Black Rose. Vladimir has been passive for too long, but now he's ready to take what is his, that what was for so long denied, a kingdom of his own. Okay. Appearance, he's a tall man with an eternally youthful face. Lucky bastard. His signature outfit consists of knee-high boots, vertically striped pants, and a slim overcoat. Personality, he's ambitious. He's an ambitious being that desires to fulfill his immortal life with the pleasures of the world. Uniquely among all other members of the Black Rose, Vladimir has rarely limited himself to scheming from the shadows. He's very sociable. Prefers to hang around between the public eye and the secret societies that he's built. He sounds pretty cool. What's his abilities then in a game? Leadership. Master Sorcerer. Oh, he's a mage, isn't he? Of course. Leblanc's the other person, isn't it? Leblanc. Mysterious even to other members of the Black Rose Cabal. Ah, the pale woman. Is this the pale woman that was referred to before? That Elise went to see. Is that the pale woman? Look at the nickname. Darling, Deceiver, Witch, and Sister. Using her magic to mirror herself, the sorceress can appear to anyone, anywhere, and even be in many places at once. That's pretty cool. Always plotting just out of sight. Oh, sister. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. And it's got pictures of Mel. Interesting. Relations, Mel Madada. Not much is known about her early life. Except she was born over 1,000 years ago. Okay. Is there a bring us up to speed? Feud with Mbessa. All right, let's check this out because I know about Mbessa. Leblanc's feud with Mbessa continued for many years after the death of Tafik. And as the warlord continued to lose her allies and territories, she became increasingly desperate to uproot the Cabal once and for all. Mbessa's son, Kino, became deeply entangled in the Black Rose's web while investigating the death of his father, and he uncovered evidence, Basilich, which revealed that Rudo and Mbessa had an affair decades prior. The affair led to a child who inherited Rudo's magical abilities. And believing that child to be Kino, the Cabal kidnapped him. Yes, I know this. It became quickly apparent that Kino was not Rudo's child, and when Mbessa left Kino to die instead of saving him, Leblanc killed Mbessa's son. With no allies left that she could turn to, Mbessa set sail for Piltover. That's a nice little bit of backstory, isn't it? Conspiracy in Piltover. Leblanc's agent in the region, the guild merchant Damara, attempted to assassinate Mbessa when they learned she was after Hextech weapons to avenge her son's death. The attempt failed. The Black Rose later kidnapped Mbessa's daughter, the disowned heir Mel, to determine if she was the child that they were searching for. As a test of Mel's potential, Leblanc trapped Mel in a special chamber called an ocularum, near enough, and guided her through the test, disguising herself as Kino. Eventually, Mel saw through the illusion and attacked Leblanc, and when Leblanc was about to kill her, Mel's powers manifested in a radiant burst of light. After this, Leblanc congratulated Mel, continued to hide her true face behind illusions as she revealed the depths of her mother's deception, urging her to save Piltover from its destruction at her mother's hands. Leblanc then recruited Mel into the Black Rose's ranks, gifting her a special amulet that could summon her at a moment's notice. Gotcha. Mel cooperated with Leblanc during the battle at the Hex Gate, and after Mel and Caitlin, Kiriman managed to strip Mbessa of Leblanc used her magic to ensnare and kill Mbessa. However, Mel suddenly betrayed Leblanc, using her powers to expel the sorcerer's influence from the city, after which Mel took charge of Mbessa's warbands and returned to Noxus. Cool. After Mbessa's death, Leblanc laid a Black Rose on a pedestal with a Medada crest, making the final end of her old rival. Brilliant. That's nice. Nice to know. Summoning Atakan is the current story in the game. Leblanc is kind of interesting in that she has many clones of herself that all believe they are the true Leblanc. Oh, nightmare. Her latest short story, Everywhere and Everyone, may be worth reading. That sounds cool. Is it worth reading this? After you just saying that Atakan is the current story. After facing an unexpected turn of events in Piltover, Leblanc and Vladimir began planning the next move. Vladimir was interested in Mel's arrival in Noxus and suggested focusing their efforts on the opportunity she presented them. However, Leblanc had become convinced that what had occurred in Piltover meant they had bolder in the next move. And despite Vladimir's reservations, she set her sights on something far more dangerous. A darkened weapon. Man, I want a series of this. I don't want this to be confined to a game. To locate this ancient relic, Leblanc required the knowledge of an equally ancient being. So together with Vladimir, she took the helm of Atakan and set the demon free from its 1,000-year imprisonment. The demon, driven by its baseless hunger for carnage and suffering, was given distorted visions of its past, roaming ruin-tearing battlefields until, at last, it ended up in the grassy field where General Katashli and Atakan had fought in the distant past. Leblanc disguised herself as a wounded stranger and played the game with Atakan, speaking to it to reunite its old and fractured memories. She gifted the demon sigils to aid it in the game, which was secretly a means to free it from its baseless hunger and force the demon under the Black Rose's control. At the final eclipse, Atakan won the game, but at the cost of its freedom, as Leblanc revealed herself, entrapping it with chains and shattering the illusion around them to reveal their true location. A tiled white room. Crafty. Is the game can only be played multiplayer, or is there a single player story? Leblanc and Vladimir told the demon it would be set free again if it revealed the location of the darkened weapon. Though it was enraged, Atakan obeyed the sorceress, painting an Inkri image on the wall, which revealed an Ionian gateway into the spirit realm. The spirit realm. Leblanc was eager to claim a prize, but Vladimir was more reluctant, believing they lacked the means, as they both had no host, and the new Grand General was unlikely to agree to another invasion of the region. Still, Leblanc believed they could acquire the Darkin without the magic of Noxus. What weapon are they trying to get? Does it tell us? Just a Darkin weapon. I want to know about this weapon. The Pale Woman. She wears a black red trim dress. We'll jump into the video in a minute. Have a look at her again. The game is just a... things that tells you the story are usually little mini games made on the game. It's a shame it's not like Diablo-esque. That could have been quite cool. Technically, all the lore of the game is kind of outside the game. It's annoying. I want it to be in the game, that I can play single player through a nice story. I'm going back in. Video share. Here she is.
Every new path seems to lead us closer to chaos.
Is this like the inky? There was something in there, wasn't there, about inky walls or something?
Perhaps we should focus on the opportunity that's washed up on our shores.
Unforeseen turns are simply part of any path.
Yes, but that, darling, is a step too far. Even for us.
Piltover was a lesson, Vladimir. Calamity is always approaching. In some moments, its arrival is more imminent than others. Our next move must be bolder, not safer.
Oh, man. Oh. It just feels like a massive letdown. Not a letdown, like a big come down. I want it to be a thing. Someone make it a thing. Oh, I've got really bad delay on my OBS. Hang on. What's going on here? Oh, my frame rate's well bad. Does it look okay to you guys? The good news is my backups. Yeah, it does seem weird, doesn't it? Has it just gone like that, or has it been like that all the time? I don't know what I can do about this. The delays are ridiculous. The lag's massive. Is everything getting a bit hot? And my cabinet feels okay. Oh yeah, I can't do anything with it while it's streaming. You don't lag. I am on my end really badly. Fine. Well, let me close that down. I'll just look at your chat in here. I'll pop the chat out. Because I can't look at myself in OBS, it's too confusing because it's lagging so much. I'd recommend watching the recent motion comics and cinematics before looking up law explainers on them. I added all the links. Oh, cool. Okay. Oh, a long time ago. I'll have a look. I'll have a look now. It's always a bit confusing in what order to look at things, especially when Arcane was still ongoing. So I think that's pretty much it, isn't it? I think that's we've looked at the trailer. I've learned a bit about some of these characters. I'm intrigued by some of them. Yeah, in order links might help. So post in order what I need to look at in the Arcane chat, and then I can look at them in order. And then we can either decide whether... Because if I had just watched this trailer by myself, I wouldn't have known any of these people's names. Because I wouldn't even have been able to look them up. And I wouldn't have you guys guiding me of where to go and what to look for and filling in the gaps. So I quite like doing it on stream because I get to learn so much more. And that's more fun. So yeah, put on what I need to watch, and then we can either, if they're quite short ones, then we can like do a few in a stream maybe. So that might be fun. And I'm still trying to do the one live stream reaction, one live stream a bit more analytical each week. So I'll poll something for Wednesday. I don't know what yet. I'll have a think. And then this week I'm hoping to get, so I've got a Last of Us to get out. Season 2, episode 1. Which I'll probably try to watch tomorrow. I wanted to get a couple of Death Note out this week. And then I want to try to finish off Daredevil. Get that done. My OBS doing now. Oh. The lag's improved a bit. Very, very slightly off. Then what after Daredevil? Probably nothing. So my plan, so generally speaking, no, I'm not going to do House of the Dragon because I want to do Game of Thrones before I do that. But generally speaking, I want to try to have one live action, one animated / anime going at one time. I think if I was trying to do this as an entertaining, well, I hope it is entertaining, but purely as an entertaining just my reaction and that's it. I might better do 3, but I think with analysis stuff going on top, I think I can probably do 2. So I'll probably have, like I said, 1 live action, 1 anime or animated series. The live action that's going to be going on at the moment will be Last of Us. I can see Matt saying, have I considered playing The Last of Us? No, I'm really shit at games and it will just be horrible for people to watch. I guess I could watch a playthrough or walkthrough or something and comment on that. Do you plan to do lives as in live streams? Potentially. So, yeah, I was speaking to some of the other patrons about this earlier today, where we're going to be in a bit of a weird situation soon where the Patreon is going to start shifting from people who joined for Arcane to people who joined for other things. And I need to somehow keep an eye on this balance. And I think realistically, the only way I can do that is by polls. So maybe a poll every couple of weeks or maybe once a month, just to try to find out what people are here for. So I can get an idea of the proportion of people and what they expect. And then we'll have to think about the reality of doing 2 Arcane streams a week versus 1 Arcane stream a week and another potential stream a week. So maybe something to do with The Last of Us, because I think there's a lot of relational stuff in The Last of Us to talk about. So the choice at some point, not yet, but at some point will be, do we go down to 1 a week Arcane, 1 a week Last of Us? Or do we poll it and the poll options have a choice between 2 things? So a Last of Us question or an Arcane question, and we go with majority. I'm not sure how to do it yet. Well, the other shows will get dropped in so when one show comes to an end, another will get dropped in. Yeah, I actually watched Alter Carbon. That's quite good. Yeah, it's going to, I think I'll just poll it, to be honest, to see what the split is of who's here. Because I know when I did my Arcane Season 2, Episode 9, like I lost like a lot of patrons afterwards. So I need to figure out what the balance now is. I mean, I don't want, like, I understand why I'm not moaning that I'm losing people. It's more a case of who have I got and who has joined since and what they joined for. So I can just try and put out stuff that people actually want. So the poll, no. So what will happen is probably once Last of Us Season 2 has finished, I'll then poll for the next live action. And I think the 3 might be Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad, maybe Walking Dead will probably get polled. And, oh, my latency's right now. And I'll probably poll those 3 and go with what's the most popular. I'm filtering out the short stayers. It's not so much that, it's just the short stayers are short stayers because I'm not putting out the content that they want. So it's about finding out what content people actually want. And the only way I can really do that is through polling. And I can see the people who are here to binge a month, which is fair enough. But it'd be interesting to know what would keep them here. What do they want to see? Because I can see, so it tells me every time someone joins up. So I can see I don't know, like it will say to me, Sarah Pickles has become a member. And then I can see 3 seconds later, Sarah Pickles cancelled their membership, where it's someone who has joined and then cancelled so they don't forget to cancel it in a month's time. But obviously that's telling me that they're there to binge it for a month. So from a Patreon like business hat on, it's like, okay, how can I retain that person? What is it they're here to see? If they're just here to binge Arcane, then fair enough, they can do that. But that's telling me that there's still loads of people who want to see Arcane stuff. Whereas there's people probably signing up because I've just put my Last of Us episode 1 season 1 up. That's right. On YouTube, and I got, 10 Patreons based on that. So there's people now joining for The Last of Us. The thing that sticks everything together is your reaction with the therapy insights. Yeah, and that's what I want to do. I want to give the therapy insights. So we still got quite a lot of Arcane analysis to do, so I want to get through them. So it will either be Monday will be something like, here's 2 Arcane questions. What shall we talk about? And the Wednesday might be, here's 2 Last of Us questions. What do you want to talk about? Or the Monday might be, here's an Arcane, here's a Last of Us question. Which one do you want to do? And Wednesday will be, here's an Arcane, here's a Last of Us. What do you want to do? Or something like that. I'm not sure yet. But I want to get through a bit more of the Arcane stuff first. And then once Last of Us season 2 is finished, which I think, is it 7 episodes or 8 or something? It's not very many. What's it called? The Last of Us. Yeah, 7. So it's 7. And we've already had 1. Although I've not done it yet. So it's only 7 weeks. So around week 6, I'll probably poll what will be next. And I'll probably go Walking Dead. Game of Thrones, which I forgot there for a minute. And Breaking Bad. I mean, yeah, Game of Thrones is already old, but it's still the most watched TV show of all time or something. On multiple lists. And I guess the difference between Breaking Bad and Game of Thrones is Breaking Bad, you're essentially formulating one person's journey, I guess. I don't really know what happens. I've got an idea, but I don't know much about it. Where Game of Thrones, you're trying to formulate a whole bunch of people and their individual and their journeys, which would be interesting. So they're 2 very different approaches. Walking Dead, I think I've seen a handful of episodes from the very beginning. I'm also conscious that You is starting. The new season of You starts in 10 days, which I'll watch, but I might not record. But yeah, I'll just poll it and I'll see what people want. I think it's probably the easiest way. Because I don't mind watching any of them. I'll get around to watching them all at some point. So it's just a matter of what order. I mean, it kind of feels like something I should watch at some point. But we've got a few weeks to think about it, and then the next big decision to make is live streaming, really. Yeah, I've heard good things about Better Call Better Call Saul. I don't know how much should be talk about from my perspective though. I mean, there's some shows I like to watch and just not really comment much and just get into it as such. Right, I think we're pretty much there. I think we're just getting to the point now where there's not much more to say. I think you kind of know where I stand on things and what's going on. I'll probably, before I put I mean, we're weeks away yet anyway, but before I put the poll out, I'll come to you guys and see if there's anything else I should be adding to the list. Right. Tomorrow, Tuesday, I'll pull up a poll for Wednesday. When will you drop The Last of Us? I haven't watched it yet, so obviously I work during the day and evenings. I'm streaming twice a week, so I can't. So I could have done it tonight, but obviously I'm streaming here. If I get time tomorrow, I'll probably do it tomorrow. And then I can get, once I've recorded it, I can get it out pretty quick, depending on what I need my computer for. It needs to render it out. But I'm hoping to get it by Wednesday. I think I want to try to get into a bit of a pattern with it. And I think realistically, with it being available on Mondays for me in the UK, I'll probably aim to get it out on Wednesday. I'm just thinking about, I'll have to work out the pattern for live streaming then and how that fits in. But it's all right. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll figure something out. It will all be okay. So many reactions, so little time. Thank you, Sarah. I remember the single numbers. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's going pretty good. I'm proud of my achievement, I must admit. I know I have a bit of self-deprecating humor now and then, but it's not a serious self-view, don't worry. I'm pretty pleased with myself. Right, let's leave it there because I want to go and get a drink. So that's it. Thanks for joining me, everyone. There's still 15 people here. That's amazing. Let's leave it there and we'll catch up tomorrow. So everyone have a nice evening, a nice afternoon, whatever time zone you're in. But yeah, good night, wolves. Let's catch up tomorrow. So I'm going to find the end stream button and I am about to press it. So good night.